Morning, people. Just bear with me a wee second here. Well, sure, I'm just going to send you the link. Just hang on a wee second here. Right, so this is to highlight some of the tactics that are used in some of these divisive players that are amongst us. Now, people look at this and try and view it as drama. Right, it's no drama. It might be kind of dramatic, but it's no personal idle drama where one personality doesn't like another personality. These are psychological operations. They are blatant tactics that are employed by agency employees to try and sow discourse and confusion amongst people. Now, if you pay attention, you can highlight and catch them out on their contradictory, divisive behaviour, which is exactly what I'm going to highlight right now. This is in regards to a character known as Orphan Red, who has been prominent within this whole question for the last year and a half, maybe year. Now, this person is very divisive, very antagonistic, wants to sow confusion and division amongst people, and very contradictory. So the reason that I do this is because I'm not going to sit back while these tactics are employed and put amongst us, while people go, oh, don't get involved in drama. Look, there is a huge difference between mindless bitching, where a personality just doesn't like another personality. That's not what my game is. I do not have anything personal against any of these people because I do not know them. This is not a quest of the top personality. This is a quest for answering the objective truth of our reality. Now, that would be made a lot simpler without these characters involved. And for me, no, it's a zero tolerance stance, and I encourage many of you to have the same. This is not a joke, people. This is a serious situation we are in right now. Okay, there is huge manipulation, huge lies being told to humanity, to everybody, right? So, and again, you know, it's no personal. If I was to have a personal opinion, I would say that these people have exhausted all avenues of any decent relationship with any decent, you know, normal, common people. They have been caught out in their lies and their manipulation throughout time. They probably have no friends. They probably have a sad existence. They are narcissistic, egotistical by nature. And I think it's very evident. You know, my look at my clavage. Well, I sip my wine and talk shite. So, last night, on Saturday the 5th of August, we had the character Orphan Red in the chat. She was saying things like street activism is counterintuitive, it's non-productive, you shouldn't really be doing it, stuff like that, which should send alarm bells ringing. Obviously, these powers that be have their, you know, provocateurs on both sides of the false dichotomy. So whether it be flat, concave, fucking, you know, globe, we have agency involvement, where, you know, you've got characters playing out the role of globe disciples and you have characters playing out the roles of so-called flat earth proponents. Hang on. Yeah, so for anybody to be saying that activism is counterproductive or whatever is an absolute nonsense. Now, I'm going to screen share. Once the hangout was over, this character, now remember, this is an open platform. People are welcome to come here and discuss any topic they like. You know, we can discuss, you know, whether they're working or they believe in a certain map or model, or whether they believe in a certain spirituality or whatever it is they might believe. They're entitled to that. They can discuss it, but they have to be open to discussion. The criteria here is that when it's claimed that something being objectively true, then they must provide proof for that. Now, that is clear on this platform, and people like Orphan Red know this. But they continue to try and sow discourse and misrepresent, you know, they're barefaced liars. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Now, after the hangout was done, remember, Orphan Red could have come in and had her say as well, but she's weary because she knows she will be pulled up on her illogical, nonsensical jargon that she pushes. So, after that hangout, I got up this morning to a comment or a couple of comments on the hangout from the character Orphan Red. So wait till I get my screen share here. See you there, Marshall. How you doing, man?
Fair. Caught me on a Sunday, dude. I normally stay in my pajamas.
Well, it's the same for me. You know, I never had any plans for this today, but as I say, I now don't partake in any smoke, and my mind's very active and my focus is sharp. So I'm going to be on these people and I'm going to call them out every opportunity I get. Now, this character has shown herself and she's contradicted herself on another person's hangout, which I will show here in a wee minute. So, can you let me know if the screen share is shown, Marshall?
Yeah, all good, mate.
Right. So, as we can see here, so you encourage a guy who believes the flat earth model is a magic Pac-Man game on some mystical god's Game Boy with magic portals no one's ever detected on either side of Hawaii to go out there onto the street to tell people that's what flat earth is all about. So straight away here, we can see our divisive nature and tactics. Now, everybody knows my stance is we do not have any working maps and models. What I'm pushing for is a worldwide awakening in order for us to have full exploration. It is the only way to verify or falsify anybody's belief in any particular map model. So this character knows that fine well. She then goes on to suggest that you would be going out into the street to tell people that's what flat earth is all about. Now, she, as well as anybody else who's involved in this, knows fine well what the street interviews are like, and it involves none of that type of thing. It is a Socratic method of questioning in order to highlight people's belief structure and to show them the flaws within their belief structure. Now, we approach universities, students, anybody at all. We're not shy from anybody. And to go to journalists and news orgs to share this flat earth truth so that everyone in this community and everyone who sees the news that day will know that flat earthers believe the earth is a big Pac-Man magic land with invisible portals for the sun and moon. And you say I'm a threat to flat earth. I've never said she was a threat to flat earth. Now I'm going to say she is a threat. She's a divisive agent, right? This character. Without a shadow of a doubt, she is totally contradictory in her walk. And you can see it clearly here. So nobody is going out into the street. Nobody from this platform is going to near any organisation to tell them that the earth is a big Pac-Man with portals. Right? Lawrence and other people like Lawrence who do their own research are coming to their own conclusions. They are pursuing their own avenues of thought and ideas. That is why the platform is open for anybody to discuss it. And if you watched it, Lawrence can make his case and I will question it, you know, and I'll put any contradictions to him. And he's entitled to pursue any avenue he likes, right? The main port of call is that the globe is a lie. That is the claim. That is the accepted claim. That is the burden of proof lies there. That's the claim that was made to every single one of us from childhood. So that's the most important thing. The rest of it is yet to be established, which is pushed here over and over again, repeatedly since the beginning, and anybody's free to go and check that out for themselves. It's all there. There's nothing to hide. That is the stance here. This character knows it. But here again, we see her trying to push this divisive nonsense. Right? So I responded, no, I give everyone the opportunity to talk and how they see things. It's idiots like you who generalise. You know fine well my stance. You're a divisive, manipulative person. It's an open platform. Why don't you join and have your say? I'll tell you why. It's because you know I would highlight your utter stupidity and blatant divisive attitude. Stop lurking in the comments and come speak directly. Would you like me to arrange it and give an advert that the great Orphan Red is coming to giggle and act like a 5-year-old child? Because that's exactly what this character does. She plays on her sexuality. She tries to play a, you know, gullible men by showing her cleavage, sipping wine, talking like a fucking 5-year-old child and just being totally ridiculous. Now, for me, you know, that would be nonsense to be shown the world if they were coming into this. Here we have this grown woman showing her cleavage, tee-heeing and acting like a fucking infant. Right? Oh, we've got a response from her. No, it's because the last time I tried, even though I sent email requesting the link, you kept asking people to go on with you for 40 minutes. You kept telling people to email for the link, and despite someone on your end having received email, I wasn't sent the link. Well, that's blatant lies yet again. what we do is we put it out, and anybody who requests a link, it goes in chronological order. So if you were first, we'll attend to that first. And if Orphan Red is sixth down the line and we don't get to that, unfortunately, we don't have enough time. I don't have enough energy for it. And that's just the way it goes. Again, part of her narcissism is an overinflated sense of entitlement. She really does think she's some sort of personality, some sort of celebrity that's entitled to be treated differently from everybody else. She's fucking no different from everybody else. She is the same, right? Only in her deluded little mind does she think she's something special. That's the only place it exists. Maybe because you think you're too good to have people like me on your everyman show. She's been on here before. She was welcomed. No problem. The same for everybody. Again, it's part of our divisive, blatant lying, because I don't fit the mould of what kind of people you want to showcase. Now, we don't want to showcase anybody. This is for the common people, Orphan. Okay? You are a character, a persona, right? An egotist, right? You are welcome anytime. You're welcome to come in right now, right? That's how open it is here. We don't shy away from anybody. We don't shy away from anything. I go to universities, I speak to students, I'll speak to any lecturers, any news agency, any person in the street, anybody, right? And my walk proves that. All you have is useless fucking words, right? Because you're empty, you're full of delusion, okay? But then don't pretend the reason I'm not on is because I'm afraid. Yeah, it is. It's because you're an illogical moron, and I'm going to highlight it here and now, and I'm going to show your other comment that contradicts exactly what you've just said here. You're a clown, okay? It's because someone on your end wouldn't let me on and then blocked me today for disagreeing with you that the street activism is the right way to get people to figure out they've been lied to about the shape of the world. How am I divisive and manipulative for expressing my disagreement? You're entitled to your disagreement, you know, and you were free to put that in the chat, and then I gave my response and highlighted that it was total fucking lunacy, right? How do you get the message to people? You don't sit on YouTube sipping your wine going, tee look at my cleavage, right? That's not how you get the word to people, right? I'm not interested in fucking daft bimbos hidden away in some secret wee compartment of YouTube. That's not how we have progress. We need to get the word out to people, okay? And if you disagree, this nonsense that this character, she's another one that pushes it. Oh, if you disagree, you get shut down and attacked. No, I clearly stated in the last night's hangout that I don't agree with people attacking you, calling you names. You're entitled to have your say whatever way you see fit, okay? So don't misrepresent me, you lying fucking cow, okay? How am I doing something? Blah, blah, blah. I thought you were all about questioning and challenging what people tell us to believe, but when I question whether your approach is productive, suddenly I'm manipulative and divisive. Yeah, well, it's just a statement. You're just saying it's counterproductive without offering any substance, any proper explanation. It's just a divisive comment. Without any elaboration on it, people are just going to take that in any way, shape or form. You have to elaborate and articulate what it is you're actually trying to say. Furthermore, how is it that I'm not allowed to challenge your approach to flat earth, but it's okay for you to mock what I do in my channel? I'm not mocking what you've done in your channel. I'm now mocking it because you've brought this to me. Never brought you up before. Was never interested in mocking you. You're the one that's bringing it to me. You're stepping over the line. You're taking a bite. So you're going to get everything that's coming your way. Simple as that. You don't want it, you don't step over the mark. Okay? Am I coming to your channel? No, I'm not. So that tells you something. Again, she's going to sit here and act like an innocent little victim, as you know we've seen her doing many times before. It doesn't wash here. We are beyond your manipulative, psychological fucking derp woman, okay? It might have worked for you with gullible, insecure, stupid men or people in the past. It's not going to wash here, I'm afraid. Your cleavage and your tee-hee-hee, don't give a fuck about any of that, right? Furthermore, how is it that I'm not allowed to blah, 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 blah. I don't giggle and act like a 5-year-old in any of my interviews or panel videos on other people's channels. You're just trying to be mean because you're angry. No, I'm not, and I'm not angry. You know, I'm animated at your utter stupidity. Right? There is no emotional attachment to you whatsoever. Again, it's another part of your narcissism, your self-delusional fucking mind structure. Right? I have zero tolerance for stupidity, and you are one stupid bimbo. You're just trying to be mean because you're angry. I dared to question your commandments to your sheep to go out in the streets and proselytize for flat earth. No, they don't go out and proselytise for flat earth. I put out a Socratic method, a well-respected, mannered, compassionate approach to people, a form of questioning in order to highlight points. There is no preaching or any of that stuff telling people to believe. You, again, are trying to misrepresent, and the walk shows it all. All the material is there. You're just talking shite hen. I won't bother you again. I won't watch your videos. I won't participate in chat. I won't leave any more comments on your videos. That way I won't be being anti-flat earth by expressing dissent for what flat earth thought leaders like you are promoting. So again, she's trying to paint a certain picture. She's trying to act like an innocent little victim, and that we're big bad bullies and big leaders who are suppressing her. It's utter bollocks. There is no leaders in this. I'm just a man who sits here in his fucking shed and have done since day one. I don't go bothering with anybody. You came here, right? Get it right, woman. Your walk is all there for everybody to see. You are now showing yourself to be an utter clown. It's embarrassing, right? Because an echo chamber is really the only way to go enjoy your echo chamber. An open platform is not an echo chamber. Anybody's welcome in here. We have globe fucking disciples in here whenever they like. Right? And you are welcome whenever you like to talk about your fucking utter stupidity. So here we go. Right? So we've had all this from her. Right? Blah blah blah. Oh, you're encouraging Pac-Man and blah blah blah. So it's an open platform. We're allowing people to discuss their ideas and what they're working on. She has an issue with that for whatever reason. But lo and behold, let's go over to Young Jed Skeptic's channel from his hangout, which was 10 hours ago, which was after my hangout and after our comments. Oh, look at this. Jed, I thought you were offering a place for flat earthers and globe believers to exchange ideas, to banter a bit maybe, share a laugh and just talk about their different worldviews and why they hold them. Why they each think their belief is closer to the truth. This was just Grim trying to proselytise, prove this model is the one and only truth by arguing about things other people, not me, happen to believe. This wasn't fun at all. It wasn't engaging. It didn't feel like a fun conversation between people with different worldviews, exploring each other's ideas or how they make sense of the world. It was just frustrating and horrible, a terrible experience. I'm not trying to be harsh, Jed, but this was a terrible evening for me and it left me feeling so horrible it ruined my night. Oh, the poor little victim. I'm not blaming you, but just telling you this because maybe if you want to actually offer a place for engaging convos about the various beliefs regarding the shape of Earth, this isn't the way to go about it. Oh, what a fucking walking hypocrisy and contradiction. What a utter clown you are, woman. Right? So at the same time, you're over here saying, oh, why are you giving people a voice to talk about Pac-Mans? You're now over at fucking Young Jed's telling him that you should be allowing people to express and talk about different ideas. You're just a fucking muppet, lady. You've been rumbled, right? It's time for you to pack your bags and get to fuck. You offer nothing, right? You're a divisive, little manipulative cow. You're a sad, little human being, right? If you even are a fucking human being. So away and tee-hee-hee-hee with your clavage and your fucking wine. Maybe you should go and put yourself on a fucking porn channel and fucking promote yourself that way because you offer nothing in the way of objective reality, right? Or anything productive. Muppet, that's what you are. You've been rumbled, get to fuck. So there it is, in case anybody's missing the point here. I'll flick between the two of them. Was there another one? No, that was it. Tet's Truth Tube, cheers Tet. Well, I'm there. Cheers, man. And Tet's Truth Tube is another channel that I would encourage. Puts out some decent content as well. So let's get back. Where are we? Hi out, stop sharing. And I should be back in the room. Am I back?
Yeah, all good, dude.
Right. So, this, again, is what we're looking at and dealing with, okay? These characters are prominent, they're here and they're everywhere. And this is part of the tactics that you use. We'll get somebody like Orphan Red who uses her sexuality and tries to use that to disguise her divisive, manipulative nature, right? The clavage and the makeup. You know, doesn't fucking wash with people who are really interested in truth. She's just a fucking moron, right? But again, it's part of their hubris and their self-delusion that they think everybody is going to fall for a fucking nonsense. It's not going to happen, right? She is just one of many, okay? And she's part of a crowd. They work together, right? And they create this fucking nonsense like, oh, we should all just be pals. And no, it's about objective truth. It's what's actually measurable, testable, repeatable, observable. End of fucking story, right? It's not about personalities and playing off each other's personalities and playing victims and popularity, right? So, as I say, you can treat this as drama all you like, but for me, it's part of this fucking shit that we're involved in. And these clowns are in it. And I, for one, I'm going to point at them every opportunity I get. Okay? As I said before, look at the walk, people. Don't listen. Look at the walk. Look at our comments. Look at the contradictions. Look at what I say. Look at my walk. Right? It's all there for you to see. So, and again, I'm going to highlight it. It's no personal. I do not know these people. I have absolutely no personal emotional attachment to any of them. Right? The fact is, they come here. They try these games. Okay? So if they're coming here and they're going to try these games, I'm going to oust them. Right? I am not a leader of anything. This is not about leaders. This is not a cult. This is not a fanciful idea. This is about human beings who are in pursuit of truth in regards to where they are, who they are, why they are here. End of story. Right? And if you're smart and you understand that, you know that there's no place for hierarchy. There is no place for idols, celebrities, none of that. But clowns like her will continue to try and push that narrative that you're in an echo chamber and you're part of a cult and it's fucking bullshit. An open platform is the total opposite of an echo chamber. Right? Aye, hope for truth. I'm a clavagophobe. She is, I mean, you can see it clearly. These characters, you know, and anybody with a brain coming into this would see exactly what people like her are up to. You know? And I'm sure she's fucking loitering somewhere. Orphan, nocurve@gmx.com if you would like to come in and explain your fucking hypocrisy, your contradictory, illogical, nonsensical behaviour. The platform's all yours. Would you like us to roll out the red carpet for you? And people are free to disagree with anything they like, right? It's not like, oh, I'll shut you down because you disagree with me. If you can disagree and you can articulate your reasons why, fine. Right? Well, we're dealing with objectivity, objective truth, and disagreements and debates. It doesn't even come into it. So again, she is free. I will now sit here for 10 minutes, give her the opportunity to come in and have a say. Vortex Puppy Gav, no please, it's too early in the morning to see a Brickie's cleavage. That's what it looks like. Not sure if it's clavage or arse crack. So, any of these people who are discouraging activism, you know, you have to be very wary of them, right? Because again, you know, they never accounted for any rogues, any real common platform or any real common ground being you know, made. And people getting out there and getting active is getting the job done. Right? A year ago from here, you know, none of this was that widespread. Okay? But the fact that people have got off their arse and were encouraged to get out there and be active has helped us to spread. And that's exactly what we need. We need to put the pressure on to let them know that there's people, common people, who are awakening to this, and they're not going to let up. Right? Because people like me know how important it is. People that are working for another agenda. They don't want the freedom of our minds. They don't want the freedom of exploration. They want to continue on fucking YouTube and social media while you sit there with a hard on, looking at her clavage, fantasizing in your mind, being distracted. She's a distraction agent, right? A numpty. And I'll tell her that to her face if she comes in. Because she's got nothing. She's just highlighted herself. I've shown it clearly. There's no explanation for that other than, you know, well, I'm just confused and stupid. Well, if that's the case, you know, it means it makes no difference. Being stupid and confused contributes to it just the same as being an agent and doing it deliberately. Right? There's no way out it for you. You've been rumbled. Right? And anybody here who still has a thing for Orphan Red, I suggest you give yourself a shake. She is a character. Right? That's it. No, Martin, I don't poo. I'm a fucking angel. Angels don't have arseholes. I don't shite. I just let off flowery smells. West Coast Wisdom hopes she hasn't said stupid and confused because she's a woman disgrace. Well, I'm sure she would probably try that. As you can see her, she tries to run around playing the victim left, right and centre. And it's becoming blatantly obvious. And she's a manipulative person. She operates on manipulation. She doesn't operate on empathy and understanding and compassion. She's just manipulative. She's narcissistic in her nature. And it's very clear to see that based on the day two contradictory comments. At the same time as she's here saying, why are you giving people airtime to discuss their endeavours that she thinks are ridiculous, she's over at another channel asking them why they're not allowing free speech and people to discuss their ideas. If that's not divisive, I don't know what is. And if it's not clear, I don't know how much clearer people need it for them. Right? It's no drama. Right? It's psyop. It's psychological operations designed to confuse, divide, and perpetuate it. Right? They try and talk about me and paint me in a certain light. Right? Oh, you shut people down for disagreeing with me. I disagree with beliefs. Right? Personally, I disagree with beliefs. That doesn't mean to say that I don't accept other people have beliefs and they are entitled to it, which I have stated over and over again. A few months ago, I had 3 chaps lost in the street who I took in, gave them a place to stay, gave them warmth, gave them food, gave them water, gave them my compassion, my understanding. These people hold deep religious beliefs. Right? So again, there's my walk. They can try and paint me any way they see fit, but my actions prove otherwise. I show who I am. Right? They are just agents trying to misrepresent and tarnish propaganda. Right? Manipulation, in order to slant people's opinions and views and confuse their mind. Right? She is poison and she is part of the problem. People like her and her mindset are a huge part of the problem. People are entitled to their beliefs. My stipulations here on this platform are, if you come here, you have to be willing to discuss your beliefs. And if you are claiming that your beliefs are objectively true, you will be pushed to provide proof for that. That's not shutting you down. Right? That's being realistic. So hopefully, people, you can see it, and hopefully you can start identifying these types of traits within the other personalities that are involved in this. Right? As I say, the huge part of this for me is getting as many people awake to it as possible. That requires activism. That doesn't require watching fucking personalities with their tits out trying to distract you. right? While you sit there waiting for some other authority to now tell you it's okay or provide what's going to happen. No, this is about a common man movement, okay? So it's up to the common man to get the word to people before any other deceptions come our way, right? And when I go out, I always say to people, do not adopt any straw men, any cartoon models or maps, and that clown knows it as well. Okay, it's purely about focusing on the claim that was pushed to us, falsifying it, and then we are in a position where we do not know the full dimensions, which has been stated clearly over and over and over, which is the most honest, real stance to take. That is the truth. None of us know the objective truth about the full dimensions. That has to be established. And there's many factions who are working on it and coming up with different ideas, including people like Lawrence, who talk about Pac-Man portals and blah, blah, blah. He's entitled to that. As soon as anybody like Lawrence tries to say that it's objectively true, I would push him for proof. Okay? I never heard any claims to it being objectively true. Right? His research, his path takes him that journey. Other people's path and research takes them to the EA circular map, or a square, or a diamond, or a fucking rectangle, whatever it might be. For us, we were born into this captivity. It's like sitting in the middle of a huge field, right, with a pen round you, and believing for 30, 40 years of your life that that's where you lived, then realising that it was a lie. And then everybody within the pen arguing with each other about what the full dimensions are. How do you resolve it? Oh, let's see. We break out of the pen and we go and we explore in order to find the full dimensions. That's the logical position you should be at. That's the only position you need to arrive at. Unless you were born knowing captivity and you have some sort of special knowledge, then please bring it forward. If you don't know where you are. And if you're choosing to believe in a certain map or model, it's a belief. It is a belief structure. Until the exploration is done to falsify or verify. Okay? And you would need to understand that that is a preferred belief. Marshall, have we heard from Miss Orphan Clavage?
No, there's no incoming mail. Well, just to clarify to people, earlier on it was stated that Orphan's being refused the link and stuff. Now, on 3 occasions she's been sent the link and decided that her hair isn't done or whatever else. So there is absolutely no substance to the claim that she's been excluded from appearing on the platform at all.
Nonsense.
Yes.
Just total nonsense. But again, it's part of their divisive tactics. She is obviously trying to paint a certain picture. Whether that's her task or no, who knows? You know, they have sent many trolls here who have fell by the wayside, and now they're running out of Globe Disciple trolls. So they're now probably employing the other side, who are sitting in the false dichotomy fence. You know, so we've got Orphan now trying her shenanigans. Right. Now, what has this clown ever offered? Nothing. Clavage, wine drinking, and tee-hee-hee-hee. That's about it. Nothing in the way of progress. Nothing in the way of getting it anywhere. Absolutely zilch. So, look at the walk. If you're somebody out there who's interested in progress and getting this resolved, and you're wondering who the characters are and who is who, I suggest that you just draw back and don't get involved in the personality, because that's what they do. You know, they come with this, I'm innocent, to sucker you in, so that you're then blinded that they could possibly be up to no good. Because that's, you know, prominent human beings, they want to trust, they want to see the good in people, and manipulative narcissists like her will use that to their ends in order to sucker you in, so that they can then sow their confusion and their division. Right? You need to be smarter than that. You need to pull back. You're not interested in personalities, idols, celebrities. That shouldn't be your goal. Right? Your goal should be to establish what's objectively true and what has to be done in order for us to further it. End of story. Right. Time for a smoke here. Okay. So if there's anybody there who would like to discuss this particular topic and they want to stick to this kind of psyop behaviour that's going on, and if you have anything to offer or contribute to it, by all means, come in and let's hear from you. You can send an email to nocurve@gmx.com. Let's have it.
Are you opening the phone up, though?
The phone's on.
All right.
Or if you would like to let us know through the phone on regarding this particular topic, you can email, message or call 07393 654 544. My attention will come to the chat in a wee second here. And I hear a lot of talk about blood types and blood groups and bloodlines and these things, and it might be a bit controversial. Now, I'm not going to generalise and say that all gingers possess these types of characteristics, but there seems to be quite a common theme with some of the most manipulative, narcissistic types of personalities displaying, red hair. Now, that doesn't mean to say that, I'm making any claims to any of that, but I see a familiar pattern. Now, I wouldn't generalise and attach that to all gingers. That's not me. I'm not racist in any way, shape or form. It's not about that for me. But I find that quite often it is quite a recurring theme. And personally, in my life's experience, I have met that. For me, it's not about a particular race. It might very well come down to that we've been infiltrated by some other race. I mean, who knows? But the way to identify it for me is the mindset and the tactics that they use and they employ. They display it in their walk, and I can see them as clear as fucking day. Right? And again, I'll remind you, if you're getting people, characters who are bitching in private, discussing, trying to paint you in a certain light, me in a certain light, or anybody else in a certain light, I suggest that you confront them head on and say that you're not partaking in any of that, and suggest to them that if they have any issue, they go direct to the person that they are talking about. Right? These are parts of the problems in society that we are, apathetic towards. And they have a huge role to play. Let's try and eradicate that type of nonsense. Right? For me, there is no place for that. It's divisive and destructive. Right? Nobody has a perfect personality. Absolutely nobody. Right? Nobody is perfect. There is no blueprint for perfection. We don't even know where we are. We don't know what this game is about. We know nothing. So these clowns that are continuing that, they're there purely to cause division. So, where are we? Jonathan Watson and her clavage, it's a big topic to tackle. It's pathetic. You can see clearly what she's up to. And for me, it's low-level mentality, trying to appeal to people using your sexuality. It's fucking pathetic. Oh. I'm getting some messages here. Hi Dale, thank you for your kind words on my video. I wonder if you could give my channel a little shout out. Flatman. Of course, a lot of people check out Flatman's channel. We're seeing this name Jazzaconda. This is another known Globe disciple, part of the Globe cult, who is out trying to keep people in perpetual ignorance. Where is the comment? Has it been removed or what? Where is it? I'm missing it. Let's see what these characters are up to. Rory McFizz, nice to see you here, man. Levi Foster, well, it seems you have answered your own question. Progress can come from nothing, or according to you, you wouldn't be here talking shite. I've missed what the... Walter Williams, have read here, no, the earth is flat, got to watch out of us though. Again, you know, it's no, I'm not suggesting any type of racist thing towards people with red hair. What I'm saying is there's a common theme, right, with these manipulators, these divisive characters that have red hair. Okay. Jimmy playing hardball beyond the imaginary curve. Bon Jovi living on a pear. I seen a wee meme, I think it was on Tets on Facebook, and it was Neil deGrasse Tyson. I can't remember what the name was, and it was exactly that. I think it was Bon Tyson or something, living on a pear. It's quite funny. Vinegar Strokes, Australians aren't upside down. I feel so stupid that I used to believe that. Well, so did we, you know. When I think back to my utter stupidity and believing nonsense like that. But really, when I analyse it, it's not that you really believed it. You just kind of took it for granted that it was true. I never had an invested belief in it being true until I analysed it, obviously, and then, you know, realised the fucking stupidity that was involved in it. And that was the points that was made last night. You know, they make these claims and they claim it's science, yet they can never practically show any of it. You know, no two objects of mass attracting each other, nothing, you know, stuck upside down in, you know, every other direction on any kind of shape, sphere, whatever. It's just all bollocks. It's religious fucking hogwash stories under the guise of science. Daniel Pratt, I'm going to start using my clavage more. Get the moobs out, Dan. Get the moobs out and sip some wine and tea. Yeah. Or turn round and get the arse crack out. I mean, fuck knows, it's just the same. A line between two bits of skin. Jimmy playing hardball too. Eric DeBile latest video. Yep, I liked that this morning. And for me, I put a comment there on Eric's latest video saying exactly that. For me, that is all the Globe deserves now, is to be ridiculed. And again, I will be setting up a parody channel, a comedy type channel, ripping the pish out of the Globe nonsense and its disciples. Trolls like Timmy and Jed and Orphan and all these people will be getting the piss ripped right out of them. But it's only comedy. Nothing personal. Let's see how these narcissists like it. I guarantee you they don't like it. They're going to be running. They don't want to be highlighted and laughed at. Right? Oh, but they're all very smart, running about misrepresenting us, telling lies and putting out propaganda about us. They're quite good at that, sitting on their wee high horse, waiting till the tables are turned. See how they like it. And from here on in, it's ridicule the Globe. It is fucking an insult to anybody's intellect. It is a retarded hogwash. That's it. Don't pander to them. Oh, we have to get to their mindset and answer the questions that they're putting to us and play their games. Fuck them. Fuck their games. It's time for ridicule. It's time for zero tolerance. Fuck you. Take your cartoons and ram them right up your shite pipe, is my attitude to it. John McCauley, hey from Paisley, how you doing, John? I hope you're aware that there's a wee meeting happening on the 26th of this month at 2 p.m. in the last post in Paisley. It'd be great to see you there, John. John Watson, who remembers when all the deviants flocked to Flat Earth hangouts, sitting there topless like old ladyboys, etc. That's why all the old hangouts have been deleted. Probably a lot of manipulation going on there in order to try and put people off, you know. It's been prominent throughout this whole fucking thing, and it was suggested to me about maybe writing some of this stuff down and maybe putting it in a book, which I think I'm going to take up. So if there's anybody out there who has expertise and stuff like that, like putting a book together or stuff, please get in touch with me. I would like to highlight and document the story, the journey that I've experienced, you know. I'd like to highlight these behaviours and these tactics. Jazaconda, Levi Foster, reality's fake as well. I get it, because it has to be. You'll know that line, because it has to be. Don't know what that's meant to mean. I've obviously lost touch with the conversation there. Dale, what about some book recommendations and some book critiques? In fact, you should write a book, mate. Oh, there you go, White Knight. I've just said that. Jimmy playing hardball, haha, love it, ran right up the shite pipe. Daniel Pratt, exactly. I never bought the Hello model. I just never cared to pay attention till I did. Then it was easy to see we weren't on a sphere pair. Exactly, Dan. Dan Tibbetts, Lowdale. Oops, jumped. Dire Crow, woo, holy shit, you're actually going to start a Saturday Night Live channel. Nice. Maps given, not made. Hope for truth, there's plenty of ammo to select from, Dell, just what is required at the time. They are trying to ridicule the seriousness of the globe lie. We need to ridicule more and more their farce. Exactly. You know, they're trying to play it down. They're trying to dilute it all so that people, you know, get fed up. They fall into, you know, apathetic patterns, and they sit there waiting for, you know, celebrity types or mainstream governing bodies to offer them the solutions. That's exactly their game. But here, that's not going to happen. I'm going to always keep trying to strive and push people to have a zero tolerance for any of it, and there's not going to be any fuckery. Right? They can keep trying it all they like. It's not going to wash. I think their only option next is to try and shut the platform down. If that happens, I will just keep fucking remaking other platforms. Fuck them. I'm never going to give up. I know how important this is, right? Not just for me, but for those that I care about and for all you people out there. Because at a certain level, I do care about the rest is the real common people who are no manipulative, who are peaceful in their very being, that want compassion and justice, and to be left the fuck alone, to experience themselves and to strive to explore and find out about the actual reality of living without any browbeating, without any government interventions or restrictions or any of this fucking nonsense. It's time to tear down the walls, right? End this fucking bollocks. And any of these fucking people that are still playing the low-level mind games that for me are just plainly, boringly obvious, right? Because in order for me to know these characters, I had to recognise it in myself. And we all have these capabilities, right? Every single one of us. You're a liar if you don't think that you have the propensity to be a narcissist or a manipulator. We all have it. But there comes a point where it is a choice. Okay? For me, it's a choice. I know my essence and I know what's in my heart. What I want for the world and who I am. Okay? And for me, it's not about manipulating anybody. I've expressed that before. I ain't interested in manipulating anybody. Not interested in controlling anybody, suppressing anybody. For me, it's live and let live. Total freedom. Okay? And I'm not scared of total freedom. But these clowns will have you believe that total freedom, total anarchy is something that you need to fear oh, you need governed and you need structure because everybody will rape me and everybody will steal from me. No, that's them again, projecting a minority mindset and generalising it across the whole lot. You know, it's not on. Real people in real communities would band together. People might loot, people might, you know, display some of these characters. Eventually, people will band together because they know they have to in order to keep moving forward. Right? And then these players who are manipulative and want to cause division would be recognised and ousted very, very quickly. So it's a matter of turning the tables. They should be playing our game. We shouldn't be pandering to this minority and playing their game. It's Stockholm Syndrome across the masses. Right? We need to take that power back. We need to band together and oust these fuckers. Right? They will need to toe the line for us. No, the opposite way about. Because what they have to offer in this structure that we experience right now is fucking lunacy. It comes from the mind of fucking lunatics. Held and Das, well, that's a great idea, Dale. I don't know what idea that was. Sorry about that. Rick Vats, I will source an old typewriter for you, Dale. Really what I meant was, is there somebody that can type it while I just say it? But I appreciate it. Cheers, Rick. Levi Foster, oh, sorry, Zeus Scott, we have all forgotten more than we remember. Yeah, Levi Foster, because if it's anything important, you will remember it. The majority of what you were taught and told is just utter fucking bollocks. So you don't even employ it within yourself. It's just nonsense. Levi Foster, Jazzaconda, still nothing, then only rhetoric. How something, for fuck's sake, you making yourself look like a bit of a pervert who gets off on this? I'm missing out in some conversation here. Jazzaconda, Levi Foster, I get plenty, mate. You want to borrow some reality? Jazzaconda, you believe you live on a nature-defying fucking sphere pair. That is not reality. That is a religious belief structure that you have in your mind. Okay? It's not reality. Reality tells you beyond any shadow of a doubt you live in a contained system. Know the exterior of a fucking globe flying through a vacuum. That is preposterous and total lunacy. If you doubt it, go and recreate it. Get your potato rock, put it in a vacuum, get air, pressurised gas, or in your potato rock existing next to the vacuum, cover your potato rock in water, and let's see it. It's not going to happen. Right? Do you know why? It's because it's not reality. So you don't have reality. Stop coming in here and parroting your religious hogwash. We don't want it. We don't want to be part of your cult. We were part of the cult. We have managed to escape. We have the strength of character, the intellectual honesty to assess our religious beliefs that we held, and we have the ability to realise the bollocks that it is and move on from it. You are weak. Right? No strong, weak. Because you still parrot the same old tired nonsense. Mark Fasheen, Scouse Anarchist, what if the powers that be own Bitcoin and it is just a way to get us to use an even more artificial currency than money? Well, that's it. You know, come on to fuck people. You know, again, we should be operating things on a community-based, resource-based, if this is where we need to be. Right? It's not hard to figure that out. What do humans need? Right? What's the priorities? Let's prioritise and start from there. It certainly isn't useless bits of paper. It's vital skills. How do you build shelter? How do you deal with sanitation? You know, how do you deal with health? How do you assess and think critically about what's going on in the world around me? You know, it's easy for us to see that all this, you know, monetary, it's just all a control mechanism. You know, it's to allow, you know, certain mindsets to flourish while the rest fall by the wayside, you know, and have a lesser quality of life. Oops. Vinegar Strokes, I get uppity when folk think all they need to do is explain the globe to me again and I'll fall back into line. It's not happening. This thing we're on is stock still. Good for you, Vinegar Strokes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Committing to what you actually know, right? And no pandering to their mindset. Again, it's part of their narcissism. You know, they have that overinflated sense of entitlement, superiority, right? They're just fucking muppets. They're brain dead. The majority of these clowns are probably reading from a script. White Knight, people who believe it's a sphere need to ask, why have computer scientists not simulated the heliocentric model? They might very well, you know, simulate it on a computer, but for me that's not practical reality. If it's practical, if it's actual reality, they would be able to show it in reality using the actual materials that they're claiming it comprises of, you know, what it's made of. Jazzaconda, flat earth is the cult, just believe. No, again, you're mistaken, Jazzaconda. You can keep parroting this nonsense all you like. The globe is the cult. The globe is what is being taught to children in schools all across the world. They are given a plastic toy. They are browbeaten into believing that that is the case. They are never given the tools in order to analyse and to verify or falsify if any of these claims are actually true. Okay, the globe is the cult. It is plainly obvious for anybody to see that. And you are a cult member here desperately trying to hush those who wish to escape from it and inform other people of the cult. Right? There's no belief here. Water not conforming to the exterior of shapes is not a belief, it is a knowing, it is a fact of your very existence. If you weren't such a lazy fuckface, you would go and turn the tap on and see that for yourself right now. Okay? But you refuse. You have been suggested to you many, many times that you go and do so. You're obviously too fucking pig lazy to do it. Stop playing the fucking PlayStation. Take your finger out of your arse and go and actually test reality for yourself. I'm sure you will find there is zero curvature anywhere. And the fact that if you actually experiment with the water would tell you don't even need to go looking for curvature. The only curvature you're going to find is on hills, slopes on land. Okay? The majority of the place is filled with water. Earth is a container. It is a pressurized, water-filled container. Okay? Go and try and create pressure without any solid seal in a vacuum. Jimmy playing hardball beyond the imaginary curve. 9/11 was an inside job. Backwards says Bodge, a Disney, NASA lie. Disney and NASA lie. Interesting. Reality denier therapist, Jazzaconda, you want to make an appointment? Yep, go and make an appointment with reality denier therapist there, Jazzaconda. I think you really need it. You are hopelessly enamored with your religious beliefs. Unfortunately for you, reality doesn't care about your religious preferences. Okay, and that's the point you're missing. We deal with actual practical reality. You deal in theoretical nonsense, images and cartoons. Okay? I'm going to make a point that I done last night. Just bear with me. So this is for Jazzaconda and any other illogical globe disciple that is out there who thinks they spout science. Jazzaconda or any other globe disciple, do you accept this as scientific proof that the Earth is a nature-defying sphere pair, complete with superhero Superman flying around it? No, I didn't fucking think so. No, that picture looks very convincing. Doesn't it? Looks actually better than any of the NASA bump. least we have stars in this one. Superman's an added bonus. Wonder why Superman's not bashing into any satellites of the ISS. Eh? Why did the ISS no phone Superman and ask them to help them out so they don't have to take part in the dangerous spacewalks at 17,500 miles per hour? Superman could slow the ISS down to a standstill so that these superhuman astronauts could get out and do their work. Or they could just employ Superman and train him how to fix it. Or they could just get Superman to tell us all, and they don't even need to fire any ISS up there. I mean, what's going on? Give Superman a call. He could sort this all out for us. If that's not convincing, I mean, the Globe Disciples, you know, oh, there's thousands and thousands of images. Well, fucking hell, I mean, look at this. Wow. Fuck me, people. Superman's real. Oh, there we go. Beauty. So realistic. Earth, beautiful curvature. Beautiful Superman. Scientifical, logical proofsies. And I could go on and on. And while I'm at it, you know, let's have another wee look. Let's see. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. There's all sorts out in space. People, we are missing out. Here we go. I wonder where this is. Oh, Earth. Unicorns are flying in outer space. I don't know about anybody else out there, but I'm fucking really starting to doubt this whole flat Earth thing. I mean, look at this preponderance of fucking evidence here. I mean, what the fuck? What else do we have? Oh, fuck, here we go. I mean, it's abundant. I mean, how can anybody possibly be denying? Look at this. I mean, that is just, how can anybody deny that? Oh, there's all the satellites. Fuck it. Satellites are real. Preponderance of evidence. How could I have been so utterly fucking stupid? Let me just remind myself. Oh, look at that. These look no different from any of the other pictures I just showed. What's going on? I mean, this is scientifical proofsies. I'm not even looking at the chat, but I'm sure Jazzaconda is overwhelmed and coming in his little fucking Superman pants at these utterly fantastical images we are now viewing. Let me just open up another tab just so we can get a wee reflection on how realistic all this is. Jeez. Oh, right. Let's look, right, we'll flip quick. Oh, bang, 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 bang. I'm not seeing any difference. Are you? You see, Jazzaconda and you Globe Disciples out there, that is how fucking ridiculous your religion actually is. And that is all you have. Nothing else. Right? Nothing. Nothing measurable, nothing repetitive, nothing scientific. Absolutely zero. The whole thing hinges upon images. Right? That is a religion. Okay? A nonsensical, idiotic disgrace. Right? And I, for one, I'm seriously embarrassed that that ever gave it any time of day as being real. And so should you. And as again I said, the only thing it deserves now is serious ridicule. Fucking preposterous. Right. So, do we have any response from Jazza?
I've got no incoming mail, though.
Yeah.
No.
Surprising.
Apparently, it's only globular 6 days of the week, by the look of it.
Aye. So they're running out of these characters. Anybody with half a brain would realise what the fuck is going on. But these morons are obviously too stupid, or they are being bent over a barrel for some reason in order to, you know, act out these roles. Right? Because anybody in their right mind would be having serious doubts. If they were intellectually honest enough with themselves, they would know there's a serious issue here. Right? And again, the point that I made there with the images is that they must be excluded. Video and images are not scientific, the scientific method. Okay, and that goes for cherry-picked images of bending fucking power lines, or, you know, whatever else they want to cherry-pick. The scientific method requires that things are repeated over and over and over through different conditions, okay, in order to see what the results are. Now, again, I'm going to suggest to you, Jazzaconda, as part of peer review, which we push for here as well. Peer review is not some derpy old men with fucking paperwork scratching each other's arse and giving each other one under the table. Peer review is the common man addressing claims that are made and assessing reality for what it actually is. So here is a wee peer review task for you, Jazzaconda. I would like you to go and turn the tap on. I would like you to get a body of water, and I would like you to play with this body of water and then realise that water does not have the ability to display shapes upon its surface. Right? Stop being lazy. Would you like to take part in the peer review task? Would you like to go and experiment right now and highlight and show us your results? That would be much appreciated. It would show that you were really honestly seeking some truth and looking to resolve your derpy religious belief structure. Don't avoid. Please do not avoid. You have been set a task. Let's see what you find. Vortex Puppy, all assertions must pass the judgment of the common sense of all mankind at all times. Exactly. Well said again, Gav. That is exactly it. That is proper peer review. Right? No people with invested interests scratching each other's bums under the table. We got a wee phone call. Hello? Hello?
I've been watching the live stream for quite a while now. Is this the number for the live stream?
Yep. Speaking.
Are you Dell?
Yeah, speaking.
Dell, why are you putting yourself into this small chat with people that actually don't do research, man? It is obvious that things are far greater than the YouTube people that they don't do any research and basically all they do, they watch some videos and they form some opinions based on other people's beliefs and opinions.
That's a huge generalization you're making there. That's you know, a blatant fallacy on your part, sir.
You think so?
No, I know so. You've just stated it. You know, it's a generalization. You're speaking for, you know, everybody that's involved in this. That was a generalization. Again, a basic fallacy.
No, dude, I was talking about a specific person.
Who?
The one that you just sent to put a body of water and to see that makes no curvature into the glass or whatever the body of water is.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this sort of people.
Oh, these sort of people. Yeah, well, I'm just humouring them. You know, these types of people are known trolls that they come and they repeat the same thing over and over. I'm really not trying to convince them of anything. I'm just, you know, humouring them. You know.
Dude, I don't generalize. I never generalize. I think people should know the reality, and the reality is striking. I don't know if you remember that before Christopher Columbus, the greatest discoverer of America, which it wasn't the greatest discoverer of America, it was just a criminal sent by the crown and many others to enslave and
Yeah.
So even saying that food is a poison, water is a poison, what else? Everything is becoming a poison. Even the internet is becoming a poison, because they're trying to implement this autonomous internet. It's not the AE as we know it, the artificial intelligence internet, but the autonomous. That whatever you say that doesn't comply to their rules and regulations will be completely banned.
Yeah.
So we're living in a closed environment, of course. We don't go in space.
Yeah.
We cannot see the Earth as a ball. We're lied and deceived by the deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye just because they're pushed for an agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're doing a great job, man, and it's lovely to see you live and streaming, and I hope you will continue, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to give up, mate. This is hugely important to me, and it's hugely important to many other people now that are coming forward. So it's never going to go away, you know, and I'm going to endeavour to keep pushing on for as long as I possibly can, man. You know.
Dude, is a huge importance to the mankind.
Yeah.
And not being a sexist by saying mankind or human, because some people might find that sexist when you say mankind. But I think it's important for each individual that lives on this world. Yeah.
Yeah, but you get these nitpickers who want to play on words when really I know your intent and I know what you mean. And so do many these people, but you get these sorts that these PC brigade who want to nitpick, you know, on words that are used. But I know exactly what you mean, and you're right. I mean, it's hugely important, you know. So I mean,
everything that we live these days is diluted, and it's just a lie. And as I wrote a message on the chat line, every belief is either a programmed lie or is just an opinion of other people's lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's important to keep the good fight, dude, and I appreciate and I applaud your courage and your determination.
Thanks, man.
Take care, Del.
Thank you.
Have a good one, man.
Thanks, I appreciate you calling in, man. Take care, bud.
Take care.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
buddy. Cheers, bud. So, I don't know, I'm just in the mood for taking the piss out of this whole nonsense today. Jazzaconda, Scouts Anarchists, you can bend water with a foam cup. What the fuck are you talking about, son? Are you talking now about adhesion or surface tension? I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you talking about meniscus? Is this character still going on? Are you that lazy?
I've got Calvin McDonald requesting a link, though.
Cool. I'm just going to... Sorry, mate, what are you going to say?
Yeah, carry on, dude. I'll deal with this.
I'm just going to nick to the loo, mate. It'll be two secs.
Oh, man. Calvin, if you're unsure, I'm sending a mail. If you need to have a YouTube account, I'm assuming you have, in which case you just click the link and you'll be asked to agree to joining a live event. Just hit the buttons, dude, and you'll be here. I'll see you in a minute. Well, I must say, peeps, totally open platform this morning, and obviously everybody's hungover or a little bit reticent this morning. And where are our trolls that are always demanding some airtime, because it's there for the taking this morning. Open my eyes. Yep, Del's really in the shed, mate. Well, I'll fill it up. I'll fill a little minute here because I'm still not quite awake. And what I'll do is I'll give you the upcoming meets. Anybody's interested in popping along, these are all public meetings, as opposed to the sanitized version. All coming up over August bank holiday weekend. I have to excuse my stilted presentation here, man. I'm just here to man the phones and the mailbox, really. Pete, you know better than that, man. I can't give those secrets away. Do you know what? Just for you people, man, I'm going to have to get a voice coach and bang out a tune one day, man, and surprise you all. Don't be alarmed if it's a Wurzels cover, because I do have a bit of a passion for the old combine harvester. And Jones joining the fan club. Right, okay. No loyalty amongst moderators then, I see. Damn, it's took you that long to get it, man. I feel another therapy session coming on.
Oh, just had to make a wee cup of tea there, sorry about that.
I can see you grinning, dude. You know everybody's been haranguing me for singing a song.
Yeah, a bit of pressure for you, mate.
I've just thrown out the links for the August bank holiday meetups. Like I say, we've got Paisley, Preston, Cardiff, and London all over the weekend. That is the 26th to 28th. So I'm sure there are more, but we're not being afforded those details. So you have to search those out for yourselves, peeps. That's not what we're doing.
If people want to keep their meetings private, fair dues. If you want your meetings promoted, by all means, just let us know and we will shout it out and actively promote it. So we're waiting on a guest, are we?
Yes, Calvin McDonald's had the mail. Again, he was a little unsure about how to join, so I'm assuming he's away making a YouTube account, because obviously people need to know that we're within the YouTube system, and they require an account for you to join in these hangouts. So
sweet. Right, I'll come back to chat in a wee second here. So this whole thing's got huge complexities to it, you know, because people are stuck between, you know, like the social sciences in regards to people and antics and personalities and blah blah blah. And you know, there is a role there. There's things to be looked at there, but when you're involved in the question of you know objective reality, that shouldn't be coming into it, right? And as I say, you should have alarm bells ringing when you have these characters who push propaganda and misrepresentation. They focus on the personalities. You know, are basically just pushing any kind of illogical nonsense. So I'm going to keep repeating it. All their claims in regards to this question must match practical reality. We have to have the practical examples of all claims, or it has to be rubbished. You know. So back to chat, see what's happening here. Hope for truth beyond the imaginary curve. Can you strum the Wuzzles combine harvester? Marshall is clearing his throat. James Doherty, Dell, time to install a wood barrel stove in your shed for the coming winter, mate. Well, I'm hoping I can pull the funds together for that. That was one of my plans. Get a wee wood burn on the corner there. But I'm fucking skint. You know, this shilling on fucking YouTube is no bringing me coinage. Pucker meetups happening in London, meeting everywhere. See you in London. Nice one, opened my eyes. Levi Foster, Eric Cannon, you think the Earth is a globe and do not factor in height in your calculations. You do know that on a globe, wherever you're standing, everything falls away from you. I think they forget these types of things, and their calculations and their cherry picking images. I keep trying to say to them, you have an actual substance, a substance that you can use as a measuring tool, and it's called water. It won't let you down. It is, you know, the same every single day forever. You know, it's not going to change. It tells you that you're in a contained system. Pete Shee, I get banned from a local pub because people complained I was talking about flat earth. Aye, it seems to upset people, Pete. But again, you know, it's trying to articulate it to these people. Look, and we're talking about questions regarding science. There should never be any ridicule or closed books. It should all be open for discussion. So it really does tell you something. And I think a lot of people's reaction is a cultural programmed response that's been put in there through years. Ridicule, and they have an aversion to it. You know, I don't think it's coming from a conscious decision. I think it is just a reaction that's happening within them through the programming. You know? It was the same for us, you know, even Marty, you know, we laughed about this before, and Marty went back to some of his comments previous on, you know, subjects on YouTube in years gone by, and having debates with people and making statements like, oh, next you'll be telling us the earth's flat, you know, ridiculing people by using statements like that. So, you know, we've all been guilty of it, we've all been subject to it. It's just whether or not people are smart enough to realise that within themselves and then eradicate it. Alicia, Tetons beyond belief, you must listen to Mark Stevens. Beyond belief, ad hoc rescues, imaginative people can always keep inventing new ideas for explaining away contrary evidence. They certainly do. And that's what the Globe does. You know, it talks about physics and real natural science, and then wants to keep making excuses and offers explanations rather than anything practical. You know. Dabs for days, study physics, then tell me the earth is flat. Well, we just have dabs for days. Go and turn your tap on, study fluids and how they behave, and you will soon realise that wherever you are has to be a container, not the exterior of a shape. Right? That is physics. Testable, repeatable, verifiable by every single person alive. There is nowhere in the world you are going to go and find magical water that is able to support itself in order to display shapes upon its surface. It's preposterous. So I suggest you stop reading and parroting Neil deGrasse Dixon and fucking Brian Coxless and people like that, and actually apply yourself to studying yourself. Go and actually observe and test actual reality yourself. Go off the YouTube, go off your TV, turn the fucking tap on, fill a cup, Go and make a cup of tea. Sit, just like I'm doing right now. Sit with your cup of tea and ponder the utter absurdity of the claim that you live on the exterior of a globe. The oceans are no magical realms, right? The oceans are subject to the laws of physics the same as everywhere else. Water is fucking water. Lewis MacDonald, Flat Earth, Strawman Lies, and History, Holocaust, Freemasonry, NASA, CIA, Programming Education, Space Globe, one big system with NHS people running it on a need-to-know basis. Yep, spot on. A lot of it's compartmentalisation, you know. People only know what they need to know in order to fulfil their task or duty. Beyond belief arguments that commit fallacies of presumption, contain false premises, and so fail to establish their conclusion. For example, arguments based on a false dilemma or circular arguments both commit this. Yep. Oops, jumped. Baron Bronskovich at Jazz, you're not making sense again. Explain in your own words. Don't copy and paste either, please. Beyond belief, message restricted. Why can I not see that now? Used to give me the option to be able to see it.
That somebody deleted their own message, dude. That's not done by mod.
Okay. Walter Williams, water is water. Love it. It certainly is, Walter. John Watson, there's an optical effect going on in Dell's sea level pick. I know. There's a curve. Are my eyes seeing a curve? Am I trying to see a curve? Oh, you're talking about being able to see the reflection? Oops. Beyond belief, I removed it, mate. No worries, man. Eddie Ken, Levoy, curvature doesn't affect my job when our building's over miles long. My biggest project was by Mall of America. Tending the tank engine, he's deleted it himself because he's full of shit. Well, it's not that he's full of shit. If somebody's made a mistake, an honest mistake, and they have the ability to recognise that they've made a mistake, that's what you call intellectual honesty. DJ Danny, it looks like to me that the people who created this place are the ones who are controlling. It looks quite apparent that this place is quite new. Well, that was what I was trying to highlight again last night. You get people talking religiously about, you know, creation and loving God's creating it for us to have a gift of life. And, you know, I don't buy into these mantras. You know, I think deeper than that. And the overall view of this place tells me there's something seriously wrong, especially with that idea that it's for loving purposes. You know, if it was for loving purposes, it would be creating perpetual bliss for us. Life would just be one big moment of joy. You know, the place would be filled. For me, if it was my choice, I would have fucking water parks everywhere and fucking motorbikes and fucking I'd be able to fly and just like Superman. You know? The overall nature of this tells me that whatever's involved is something that, you know, for me, I don't want to be worshipping. I've got some serious fucking questions that I want to be asking it, you know. And if it was any kind of understanding God, it would respect and appreciate that you had that stance, you know. No, oh, I'm going to submit myself and be at your whim and mercy and worship thee, O great one. That's a manipulative, controlling, fucking insecure wanker that wants that from you, right? Why do you worship somebody who wants equality? Maybe there's a God out there that wants you to be an equal, wants you to stop all this needy, manipulative, controlling shite, and wants you to stand up there and be an individual, so that it's got somebody else there that's not lonely. Yeah. Dabs for days. I'm into formal science. That's what I've studied. Yeah, well, you can study formal science like mathematics or you like. We've got Gav here who's, you know, experienced in that as well. And he understands, I understand that your formal science is a language. That's why math is classed as a formal science. It does not depend upon empirical observations, you know, which means you can start from false premises, false axioms, create a fantastical fucking structure that has no relevance or relation to actual reality. So for here, it's natural science. So when you hear claims about we live on a testicle with water clumped in it, show me one practical example. Can he? Okay, it's not reality. With the experience and test reality, water doesn't have that ability to do that. It will take the shape of a container. The surface will always be horizontal, level, unless it's flowing. If we have any angles, a very slight angle, the water will flow. That's how rivers work. So you think that rivers run downhill? So you're standing at point A, looking at a slope, the river's running downhill. You then get to the end of that river where it meets the ocean and you're again at point A and you're now looking at an ocean that's sloping away for you. But the water's not flowing anywhere. No, because there's a magical loving energy that surrounds the ocean that holds it up. Maybe there's an invisible God that puts like wallpaper paste in it that makes it more viscous, so it's like a jelly now. And it can mound up and curve round without flowing. And then your wee boats can sail round it. That's why you should stick to natural science, because if you don't, you're going to end up believing ridiculous crap like that. Curved water, you're a fucking idiot, Dale. Oh, fuck me, my feels. Your articulation and your scientific logical proofs and your insult, I mean, I'm aghast. I am totally lifeless now. Why have you done this to me? Imagine calling yourself curved water, blatant reality denier. You absolute fucking moron. Listen to yourself. Nah, I don't listen back to myself. Doesn't interest me. You listen to me. You're here. Beyond belief, that was devastating. I know. I'm absolutely devastated. Pete Shee the Dodo will make fools out of the clever. Just give them TV. Just give them TV, Dale, and they're happy. That's it. Vinegar strokes. Boats don't slide down the edge of a spinning ball. Feel so stupid I used to believe that. I just never thought about it. And then when you check it, yeah. Well, these characters that are here, you know, for me, they're no stupid people. They are probably agency involvement. You know, they keep pushing this bollocks. Curved knob, I know. Why? My penis is curved, therefore Earth's curved. Higher than das curved water, aye, that's like straight banana. My bet is that curved water here has curly teeth and straight hair. Shows that your curly teeth. We'll take that as scientific logical proofs that the Earth's curly. I'm just in rip the pish mode here. It's not a good advert for Flat Earth. People sitting taking the pish and having a laugh. Stop it. Should be serious. Maybe we should get Orphan on and show us how we should all behave. Maybe I get my tea bag out here.
I think maybe Calvin's having a bit of trouble sorting his tech out. I've got requests for anybody in Stoke-on-Trent that's interested in a meetup, if they want to post in the chat for those that are interested. It seems to be the August Bank Holiday weekend is a favourite at the moment. And I've got a message here from Marilyn Wisby. She's left a message for you on Marilyn. You can't leave a voice message. Okay, so if you want to dial back while Dale's listening for the phone.
Scouse Anarchist, I juice my fruit and vegetables and use plant-based milk to drink, which is a coconut water or milk made by Alpro. I quite like that stuff, actually. Daniel Pratt, my penis is curved, but you can't see it unless I Photoshop it, cause it has to be. If we're taking that as proof, I can show you a picture of mine's. My fucking 12-incher, as thick as a fucking baby's arm. Apparently, Dan, I mean, you know, we're dealing with people who think that's scientific proof and it should be accepted, so. Dabs for days. I did science experiment when I was a kid. I rubbed my head and created static electricity, then put it by the faucet. The water actually bends. Learn physics, please. Oh, dabs for days. Oh, Christ, we've never heard this before. Dabs for days. I hate to burst your wee nonsensical bubble here, but I don't know anybody who claims the Earth is a static balloon next to a running tap. That is sophism on your part. You are trying to misrepresent the actual claim. You're trying to give people an image in order to convince them of your nonsense by misrepresenting the actual claim. The claim is a potato-shaped rock with vast bodies stuck to it, conforming to the exterior of it and displaying convexity upon its surface. If I was born into a world where it was claimed that I lived on a balloon next to a running tap of water, you might have some valid point to make there. But unfortunately for you, there's people who are cleverer than that nonsense. I suggest you try harder. That is piss poor sophism, son. I can't believe that people are still trying that crap. Next, you're going to be telling us about raindrops and drips of water on leaves. Or, look how water behaves in the ISS. I'm surprised you've not through that as yet. Would you like to? And then get the response. Carry on. I'm in the mood for ripping the piss out of your idiocy today. Be my guest. Witty woo, piss ripping the globe heads is a great laugh. It certainly is. I enjoy it. That's the attitude we have to have, you know. We put up with aim trying to rip the piss for so long. You just need to get to that point where it's time to turn the tables. Ridicule it for the nonsense that it actually is. It's so clear. I mean, look at guys like this that are coming. Static balloons next to water taps. Dirt. Vinegar soaks. By the time you're about 25-year-old, you ought to be eating all the preservatives you can get your hands on. Unconventional, I know, but think about it. Meryl, nice to see you there. Rick Bat's a hat's the size of the hammer that counts, not the nail. I don't know, I'm pretty handy with my mad inch. I mean, my mad inch is spectacular. I can rattle it about like mad. Heather Dundas, go for it, Dale. I'm buckled. Glad you're enjoying it, Heather. To say adopt the same approach, you know, just laugh at it. Let it bounce off of you. Let all the stuff, the ridicule and the pressure that comes your way, just laugh at it. Because it is a ridiculous nonsense anyway. Hugh McIntosh, it's not about the size of the boat, it's about the motion of the ocean. That's what I just said. Baron Bronskevich at Jazz, thanks for coming along. Look forward to your comeback, or better still, phone in. Yeah, by all means, let's hear of it. Marilyn Wisbydale must have it on low volume, plus it went to answer phone unless it was NASA's. Lol, don't worry. Sorry about that, Marilyn. I was sitting up there next to the computer. I've obviously not seen it going. I've got the volume turned in. I see I've got a missed call from you there. If you want to call back, by all means, I'll turn it up so I can hear it. Relative denier therapist, Trudell, the magic flying ball is comedy gold and needs ripping. Certainly does. All lunacy and ridiculous claims that are made about reality should be, ridiculed and have the piss ripped at it. I mean, it's not a personal thing. I mean, it's something that somebody's claiming to be objectively true, and if it's nonsense, I'm going to rip the piss right at it. Hope for truth beyond the imaginary curve. The ISS is now known as the intergalactic Superman shithouse for flyby emergencies. Excellent. Oops. Daniel Pratt, I'm convinced I'm going to start a Twinkie only diet. I should live as long and be as big as the sphere pair. Aye, maybe we can use you then, Dan. Get the cakes rammed down your throat so that we can get your mass big enough that we can start getting things orbiting you, and then we'll pour water over you and see how it behaves. Gav, you got the ridicule, need to go and gig, maybe we can catch you later. Defo, Gav, if you're still listening, I'll catch up with you later on, man. Enjoy the gig. Vortex puppy there, right? Ridicule is the best way to expose absurdity. Need to go, keep it up, see you all. Take it easy, man. And exactly that. You have to ridicule it and laugh at it. As I say, comedy is the best way to get people going, well, they're ripping the piss out of that and laughing at it. Maybe I better not look stupid here. I don't want to be laughed at. James Doherty, I only have 4 inches, but some women don't like it that thick. Right, James, that's enough. You're giving Fly Earth a bad name here. I mean, we should be sitting here like fucking intellectuals with shirts and ties on, speaking to each other with a stern voice and a serious fucking face. That way it becomes credible. You have to be posh and stern in your approach in order for it to be credible. Never mind the content of what is being said. It's all about the demeanour and the personality. Des Sherwood, you're in the zone today, Dale. Keep talking, keep taking the pish. Cheers, Des. Hope to catch up with you soon as well, man. Open my eyes, oi oi, Martindale has been taking the pish, laughing my ass on. He's on a roll today, pucker. Pete Shee, Dale and his sledgehammer. I haven't got a sledgehammer, I've got a mad inch. It points straight out. My mad inch defies gravity. What's going on? It's all relative to my body. It points straight out. Marco Lower, know thy knob. Walter Williams named my hammer density and my axe buoyancy. A lot of ties, Meryl Beauregard. Nice to see your mama let you out to play. That's, Meryl, come back with that. You need to come back with an answer to that, man. Hello.
Hello, is this Marshall?
No, this is Dell.
Oh, it does sound like
Yeah.
very posh.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to give you, the right impression. There's people watching,
Could be an actor, James Bond. Anyway, as you know, I don't know if you know, I'm a newcomer, 6 months, and I've been researching a little bit, listening to a lot of the channels, and I'm beginning to think, you know, with this eclipse, August the 21st,
Yeah.
I believe that they've got the map of the world wrong. It's all out of distortion, sort of thing. So how comes a scientist would know about the eclipse happening? Because like we've been fed a lot of lies.
Yeah. Well, they may well have the, you know, repetitive patterns, you know, mapped and something that they can address and look at, you know, in order to know when things are going to happen through repeated observations. But that's never going to give them anything measurable in regards to the shape of the Earth. You know, just because you can predict a certain pattern doesn't give proof to their claims that the Earth's actually a globe. You know?
Yeah. Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are saying it's going in the wrong direction. It's going east to west or west to east, or it doesn't match their calculation.
Yeah. I see that there's many people that are questioning that. I've seen it popping up. I've not had time to actually study it properly myself.
Okay then. I'll carry on listening to your show.
Cool. Thanks for phoning.
Thank you, Dale. Bye-bye.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Dabs for days, what you smoking on? Smoking on, Dale? I'm smoking tobacco. It's called Pueblo. Oops. The realest white mother in the UK, you hear me, bro. Dale at 802 feet, visibility 54 miles of level surface, Beacon Hill. Leicester to Boston Stump links, no curvature anywhere. Of course, there's no. There'll be curvature to the hills and some land masses, only because there's raised points, elevated points, and lower points. But we know that. I mean, the majority of the place is covered in the water. We know that the water's not got the ability to conform to exterior shapes. Thereby, it's a container. So people still push that nonsense. Oh, it's no flat because there's mountains. And think that they're so fucking mighty and clever. You know, how are you judging the height of those mountains? Sea level? Really? What does that mean? It means that the oceans are exactly the same distance away from the centre, and that's why it curves, and that's how we judge sea level, or some other word salad nonsense like that. Can you show me a practical example? No. Why not? Because I need a space testicle that's big enough to show you. How big does a space testicle need to be? I don't know. It just needs to be big, right? So you don't have any practical example. What do you have? Oh, I've got pictures. Where? Did you take them? No. Where are you getting them? NASA, space agencies. Is that scientific proof? Aye. How? Just cause I want to believe it. Right, so we get to the boat, mate. You see a picture, you see an image, you want to believe it. Okay, that's fine. Don't come here and tell me it's science then. If your images, you know, contradict actual reality, we've got a serious issue here. Hope for Truth Superman gave me them, yeah. Oops. Beyond belief, there is no logical reference in the sky to assess the Earth's dimensions. It is cherry picking and a red herring. It certainly is beyond belief. You know, it's just like, can you measure the contents of your living room for me, please? And the way I want you to do it is to look at the ceiling or look out of the window and give me your actual substance measurements. You know, it's totally illogical. As a red herring, it's part of the sophism. They know that we have lost touch with certain knowledge and we don't have an understanding of what these objects in the sky actually are, how they actually behave, and they continue to try and play on that because they know fine well that we are going to have an ongoing investigation into, you know, that discovery. But again, it's totally irrelevant when it comes to the question of what shapes the terra firma, what you're actually standing upon. So you're spot on there. Joe Joseph, does anyone know what you have to do before you get your aviation license? No, so shut the fuck up. I'm not in touch with the conversation there. Daniel Pratt, laughing my ass off. Took you 5 minutes for that. Wow, no, I'm good pussy. Run along and nibble someone else's ankles, boy. So I take it this is somebody trolling, talking crap. Scouse Anarchist, Pete Shea, are you streaming today? Peter, you started your own streams. Vinegar Strokes question, how do you make 3 pounds of fat look attractive? Stick a nipple on it. Like it. Baron Bronxkovich, the sky and lights within it tells us they have heliocentricity wrong. It doesn't show the shape of what we're on. It certainly doesn't. Oh, shit. James Bond, Pete Shea is paranoid. Spherical Earth, Beyond Imaginary Friends. Imagine calling yourself Spherical Earth. What a joke that is. You're asking to be ridiculed for that. Beyond the Imaginary Friends, that doesn't make any fucking sense. What are you talking about? If you're going to have banter and a laugh, at least make it funny. Right? That's just pish. Joseph Zio, one big problem is the Southern Star rotation. It's not a big problem. It's irrelevant nonsense. Oh. Joe Joseph, tell that was aimed at you, lad. That was at the clowns who are asleep. What was I reading there, Joe Joseph? I know I'm probably misunderstanding. That's what happens when you're reading the chat and you're missing conversations. You know, it's cool, man. If I've misunderstood what was going on there, my bad. Flat Lou, Beyond the Imaginary Curve, you have to pass an instrumentation test in aviation. If you don't agree with Globe Trig, you don't pass. Right? Interesting. Hi Del, Teen and all flat earthers. Jovi and Edwards, how you doing, bud? Vinegar Strokes question, what happens when an astronaut dies? A, the answer, they lie still. Scouse Anarchist, Spherical Earth, still brainwashed, living in the Matrix. Yep. White Knight, someone's taking people up in a balloon. Earth looks flat, just watch the video. What video is this, White Knight? Daniel Pratt, Eric, I know you copy and paste to real thinkers all day from numerous accounts. You're a big vinegar-douched pussy like Tim Osmond. Yep. Pete Shea, yes, Del, I tend to focus on the dodo and a greater puzzle I see is in play. I will be reading Alice Through the Looking Glass today. Interesting, Pete. Riddle me this, she must be Irish. My penis is Dublin. Joseph Zio, opposite star rotations in the north and the south. Joseph, share what you're talking about and then show us how you get measurable shape to the earth you're standing upon by referencing the sky. First of all, you do not know what these objects are or where they actually are. You don't know what they're made of or what is actually going on. And because you see things spinning about in the sky does not mean that you live on a nature-defying testicle. Stop looking at the sky. This is the point. You have an actual substance here on Earth that you can use to measure things in order to establish level. It is very, very accurate. It's more accurate than any man-made instrument that you could possibly come up with. It tells you beyond any shadow of a doubt that you live in a contained system, not the exterior of any shape. Right? Water does not have the ability to do that. Diggy, alright, Dale, how's things? Aye, good, Diggy. Just having a wee Sunday laugh here, ridiculing some of the Globe nonsense and some of the characters who play their games within it. Hope you're all right yourself. Reality denial therapist, Spherical Earth is here to defend his cult. Oops. Spherical Earth here for the laugh. I think you'll find it's us that's laughing at you and your absurdity, my man. Jonah Worms, link on request, mail to nocurve@gmx.com. Cheers for that, John. West Coast Wisdom, Maron Wisby. Around 7:45 PM northwest and southeast from what I can see. Again, I'm missing it in the conversation here. Joe Joseph, stop looking in the sky and look at your money. Oh, I've lost it. Spherical Earth. Earth can't possibly be a ball, but it can magically just be sitting in space. What do you mean? Are you bringing your heliocentric thinking here that Earth resides within a vacuum? Could you please provide proof for that? You're trying to bring your thinking of hovering space balls in a vacuum, and that anything else must match that same method of thinking. First and foremost, prove that beyond our compressed, pressurized, gaseous environment that there exists a vacuum. Right? Nobody's proved any of these things yet. They're just stories. So you're then transposing that very same thinking onto anything else, any other possibility, and insisting that that must be the case. Utter lunacy. Scouse anarchists, Spherical Earth, do you realise our societies are full of cults, hence the name cultures? Exactly. And that's what they are. They're ideas about how you live life, what's morally right, morally incorrect, you know, ideas of existence and spirituality. They are all substitutes, and that's exactly what they are. They are all cults. If you think you're convinced and you know the objective truth of your existence and what reality actually is, then you have adopted a cult. You have adopted a belief structure that has no roots in anything objectively true. Unless, of course, you just happen to be lucky enough that you've adopted one of these things that might turn out to be objectively true. So, oops. Daniel Pratt, why would he do that? Spherical, if he banned you, we would miss out on the laughs from hearing your wisdom. Exactly. You know, I'm the one to, you know, shut out these globe believers. I love it when they come and I love it when they phone and they come in. It gives us all the opportunity again to highlight how utterly ridiculous it is. You know? They just play into your hands every time because they don't have any truth. They have a religious belief structure. And because it's flawed and people can see through it and have deconstructed it, it's very easy to point at it and laugh. It's not going to change, you know? Oops, keep jumping. Meryl, Spherical Earth, go suck a globe. Probably, it's probably sitting in one. It's probably disappeared up the vacuum of his arse. The only place a vacuum actually exists in nature is in your arsehole. So, there you go, globe believers. Get a potato rock, ram it up your arse, then get a ear hose, fuck some air up there, then get a hose pipe with water and spray water up your arse, and stick a video camera in there to see how it all behaves in the vacuum of your arsehole. Thank you. Wee science experiment for you. Away you go. Let's see it. That is if you have enough elasticity left in your arsehole to stop all those objects from falling back out again. Julian Edwards, I remember growing up and the hole in the ozone layer was a big issue. Not hearing about that now, Kate. Exactly. A hole in the ozone layer? What, a hole in a gaseous layer that just dissipates into a vacuum? I mean, that's a big hole everywhere. What are they trying to say? There's a hole in the solid structure that's above us, maybe? Oops. Mero, Globe Enema, yeah. Scouts Anarchist, they'll mate, your quality you have mean stitches, mate. Well, that is comical. I mean, these people are fucking ridiculous. Thank them, don't thank me. They're the ones that are bringing us the material. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, are we live?
Yes, we are live.
Yes, I just want to thank you for your common sense and your consistency for a start.
Thank you very much.
Scotsman to keep things basic.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm looking out the window of the Atlantic Ocean here at the edge of the world. I'm in the west of Ireland, and it occurs to me as you talk about water that the majority of people haven't actually seen large water.
Yeah.
And I don't think they can picture it.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't got the scope
No.
to run it off. The other thing that I'd like to say is I don't think I'm spinning somehow.
Yeah.
I don't seem to be spinning.
Are you sure?
Well, I wish I was. I wish I had a better night than that. But I don't somehow seem to be spinning. I'm looking very hard.
Maybe you need to invest your faith in some higher priest. You know, maybe you're just not capable. Maybe your common sense faculties are just not working properly, and you need the likes
well,
of.
That's quite true. You see, I don't think I'm believing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how my lack of faith will stop me from spinning. Yes, yeah. This is a core issue, though. If you can disbelieve your physical body's what it's telling you, just to believe what somebody else tells you, that's difficult.
Yeah, you have to try really hard. You have to be really disconnected from yourself in order to, achieve that. But I think that's
to give up your own power, your own perception, your own sovereignty, just to join a gang.
Yeah.
To allow people a little bit of mercy, though, we really should keep in mind that people feel insulted when you tell them something.
Yeah.
That they disagree with, because you're basically calling them a fool.
Yeah. Yeah.
They feel fooled, like a magician fools people, and some people don't like magicians and magic. They feel like, you've just made an ass out of me. I believed in you, and the person was here 1 minute, now they're not. You're tricking me. Yeah.
That's why for me it was important to be compassionate and employ a Socratic method of questioning, so that you're not directly telling people anything. By giving them a line of questioning, it gives them the opportunity to then analyse their own perceptions and their own thoughts on the matter. I think people are, as you say very correctly, they have an aversion to somebody telling them something through fear of feeling ridiculous and made a fool of. So for me, there has to be a compassionate approach when we're dealing with the general public, and that's why
people, you must remember too, in today's world, they're quite afraid most of the time.
Yeah.
They feel powerless because from you see great powers in action. You see a sense of helplessness. We're disconnected. We don't live in a community or a society. We live in an economy.
Yeah.
And we don't connect with our extended family or our neighbours as much.
No.
And we don't shoot the breeze. We don't sit outside and have a beer and talk to people about what happened today or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So people are isolated and they're afraid that they're powerless, so therefore they must join a clan, a gang, a tribe, a group, to be empowered by that group.
Yeah.
Particularly the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant has to have a great leader, a great big war leader, and then my leader is bigger than your leader and he's going to kick your ass.
my dad's bigger than your dad and I'm going to get him to sort you out. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, They must have a leader, and the leader must be black and white.
Yeah.
You must just have right and wrong. You can't have the room to contemplate a scenario.
Yeah.
They can't give room to a scenario and just contemplate it without reacting. To just say, I wonder what if ...
Yeah.
It amuses me that people have no problem contemplating that the Queen of England is a reptile. You know, they have no bother with that. They have no bother with flying saucers landing on their lawn and kidnapping them out the window. They've got no trouble. They want more of it. Give me more of it. Tell me more stories of that. You know, they've got no problem with this stuff.
Yeah.
And they've got no problem with missions to Mars, with serving as a goddamn Marine on Mars, and kicking Martian butt, man. You know,
but
they've got no problems with all of these things.
No.
And yet, if you say anything, if you just question, if you don't tell people, if you don't say, I think the world is flat, if you just say, you know, I don't think I'm spinning, something very simple like that, they go nuts, absolutely nuts.
Yeah, that's it. You know, they want to, they'll buy into these fancy, nonsensical stories, but as soon as you say there's no measurable curvature and the place is covered in water, therefore the Earth's not a globe, it's like, oh, you're fucking ridiculous. You know? But we
yes, and you will have this static electricity thing, and you will have videos on the internet of people with balloons and that, and then that works for the whole Atlantic Ocean. But I go back to my original point. If you haven't seen an ocean, if you haven't stood at the edge of an island and looked out, like for me, it's next stop Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
You know, and it's bloody huge. You know, it's bigger than people think.
Yeah.
And that's why they have a problem. Their idea of water is some poxy lake in the park.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
you know? So I think perspective is a big problem here.
It certainly is.
Yeah, they just don't have the vision, because if you grow up in a city, you know, it's not your fault, you know, you just can't imagine how big the goddamn thing is. That's
it, and that's a line that the globe religion wants to push. Oh, it's so big, you have no idea of perspective, and that's exactly one of the points I'm going to make. I'm actually going to submerge a camera halfway on the lens. I'm going to seal it in a fish tank, and I'm going to lower it into the water so that the lens is, you know, filled up to halfway across the lens, and then show people like scale. I'm going to show them the scale of what they are in comparison to something like the Atlantic Ocean, and show how, you know, it ramps up and things are obscured, although we know. And I'm going to do it in a swimming pool, you know, a small size, maybe 50 meters, to show that you get obscuring happening when you're doing it at that level, and how small you are in comparison.
Yeah. Well, this idea of seeing a curve is a willful thing.
Yeah.
You can see a curve if you want to see a curve.
Yeah.
You can see little green men if you want to see little green men.
Yeah.
You can be whisked away every night to fight on Mars against the evil reptilians if you want to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's very hard to actually, as far as I'm concerned, I've been quite lucky. I grew up in a house where we were allowed to think the earth was flat. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
And I have to sympathize with people. It's probably the wrong word. It seems a bit condescending, but I don't know any better word. But I do have to sympathize with people who weren't allowed. I mean, you get a puck in the head, you know, if you say something crazy. Your dad, your brother, your mother, someone gives you a kick in the ass, say, shut up with that nonsense and eat your dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so a little bit of mercy and a little bit of understanding. People knee-jerk reaction on everything and take a side and create conflict straight away, you know. It prevents an active discussion. If people could only give space out of respect and say, well, I'll listen to what you have to say and I'll think about it for a little while. I won't react. I'll go away. I'll have a smoke. I'll have a drink. I'll go for a walk and I'll think about it. I mightn't agree with you, but I'll listen to you and I'll contemplate. Can I give space to contemplate something and not think it's true, not think it's not true, but just think about it?
That's it. That's it.
You know, and just, you know, stop reacting to things just as right or wrong, but allow even the very beginnings of knowledge must come from maybe, perhaps, what if.
Exactly, and that's it, and that's the root of real, you know, explorative science for me. you have to have that, you know, stance of what if and anything's possible. Let's not rule anything out until we establish and actually explore, you know, every avenue.
Yeah,
You know?
and to take delight in it, to enjoy it, to see it as one of mankind's great abilities to contemplate like this.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We have that.
You also have to remember that people have a lot of spirituality invested in this whole idea. I know it's not your stick, it's not something you talk about, and that's probably a good thing. But just to bring it up as a point, that people, they believe in these channelers and these messages from a sect from Mars and Oberon too, and the Pleiades and all of this. They're channeling messages to us, the great galactic saviors, and the Federation of Light, and the angels and the angels, and all these people are beaming us messages saying it's not long now, the ascension is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, we're on your side, we're coming in ships to save you, and we'll smite the bad guys. And not one of those, isn't it funny that not one of these aliens, not one of them, not one of these channeling people, actually one, a guy called Otrok, a young mystic from Russia, not one of them have said, by the way, what you're living on isn't what you think.
Yeah, exactly. I've said that many times before. Yeah, the spot on, man.
Yeah, you know, all this channeled information that people basically worship almost as a cult.
Yeah.
Some guy starts rolling his eyes and speaking in a Star Trek accent.
Yeah.
I am from the Pleiades. I am here to help you ascend. And they'll buy into that. That's considered brilliant. That's brilliant. That's spiritual, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You know?
Yeah.
Listen, you keep up the good work anyways. I'm hogging your time.
Oh.
Thank you very much for your work, and it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate your time and your phone call. Cheers, bud.
No bother. It might still some time for you on a lady someday.
Nice one.
Take care, son.
Thanks, bud. Take it easy.
Bye.
Take care. Great points made there. That's exactly it. You know, let's try a bit of channeling. Hello, I am from the Pleiades. Will you believe me now? The earth is a nature-defying testicle. Do not listen to this Scottish madman or anybody else who denies these images. Sit back, don't worry about anything, be apathetic. You know, we are coming to save you all. Two seconds, I need to roll a smoke. I don't know how long I'm going to keep up this ridicule. Again, it's one of these things, I'm that type, I just don't know when to switch it off. When I go into rip in the push mode, I do not know when the end button should be coming. Any joy? Was anybody coming? Is that lad still struggling with the link? I take it, Marshall?
I think that'll be for the next session now, dude. He's having a little bit of trouble there.
Right, cool. No probs.
And I've had some globe defenders mouthing off in the chat, but it doesn't seem like they can quite mail for a link. So,
what nonsense are we getting from them now? Are they still giving us material? For fuck's sake, they're so generous. Anything good?
Well, nothing of substance, but I wouldn't expect that anyway. I mean, you get an example here, DJ Cranium. Don't look at NASA. Look at the Himari 8, which is apparently the Japanese satellite, isn't it?
Oh, so that somehow makes it all right.
Yeah, you're a bit late attending, DJ. You know, we've already seen the unicorns available from the Himari 8 footage.
Around me a wee second. That's funny, when I type Himawari I get fucking cartoons. Is it Japanese manga cartoons? Is this his proof or what? I mean, am I spelling that right? Him there we go. All right, aye, right, okay. So, right, images. Let's go to screen share. Screen share. Application window. Blah. Is this what you're referring to? Good sir. Would this be correct? Himawari satellite images. Doesn't look any different from any of the other cartoons, I'm afraid. What is the point here?
It doesn't look much like Neil's pair, does it?
No, it does not. They all look the same, these cartoons. They're not even that creative. Fucking hell. Look at this, we've got a fucking diagram and some writing on this one. Fuck me, that looks realistic. I mean, look at that ocean. Yeah. That is absolutely ridiculous. And there's people who promote this stuff as some sort of scientific fucking proof. It is absolute lunacy, man, honestly. It's disheartening, you know, even by Globe Disciple standards, that this is the fucking bump they still revert to. You know? Dear. I'm trying to see something feasible here. I just don't have it in me. I am not capable of deluding myself anymore into believing that cartoons are scientific. Oh, that looks like somebody's arsehole. I wonder if there's a vacuum in there. Have any of the Globe Disciples went away and done the experiment I suggested? No? Right, 10 minutes. I think I've exhausted my hilarity and my piss taking now. I was hoping that we would have some other people willing to join the piss taking shenanigans, but it's Sunday. Hope for truth, I am setting up a GoFundMe page for day trips to Neptune and Mad Mike's rocket. Aye, fucking hell, I'm in for a bit of that. If people are that gullible, I'm willing to part their money from them. San Ingen, I always think of Dale when I hear Black 47, the big fella, nice song, you should listen to it. Cheers for that, San, I will do it. Oh, shit. Hello? 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 Oh, wrong number. I need this, get these globetards up in the balloon in the Yahoo page at Facebook. Did you say there was a balloon or something going up with people in it? Did I read that right a wee while ago? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Tabby, hang on, let me make the TV. Hang on. Hello?
Yes. Hello?
Hi, how are you doing?
Yes, I am good, thank you.
Well, I've been watching for a while. You're probably tired now, desperate to get off your hangout and stuff.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd call in and say thanks for doing all the videos and everything.
Ah, no problem. You're welcome.
Well, thanks. Yeah. I've been to a couple of meetups and stuff. got into flat earth. I can't believe I'm actually saying this out loud. I got into flat earth about 2 years ago.
Right.
I'm in Scotland too, but I live in England now.
Oh.
That's flat too.
It's no, there's hills, there's high bits and stuff. What are you talking about?
No, all right, okay. So, okay. I've just been going around. I was laid up for a while. I hadn't acted. I looked trying to be on my hand. You're looking into this. We know how far away something is and the size of it. We can judge the distance because we know the size of it, right?
Yeah.
So we know the size of the sun, so we know how far away it is.
How do we know the size of the sun?
This is where I'm going with it.
All right.
But if you go back, you're able to show people like what's on your screen. If you go to Google and type in sun smaller than thought in 2007, the sun will they say it's a different size. But if you go to the news just last week because of this eclipse, now it has to be much bigger than we thought. I'm saying than we thought. That's what it says, but that's size. So, but if the size changes, then surely the distance has to change, right?
Yeah, well, that's that is.
According to these people, if they're judging the distance by what they say the size of this thing is, where if they change the size of it, then the distance they said has to change too.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, so things don't add up from there. And then you think, well, they know how far away the moon is because they've been and landed on it. I'm not saying I believe that, but I'm just saying if you're checking out, that's what they'll come to. So you'll say, okay, let's just check how far away NASA says the moon was when they went to land on it. So you Google that. And then they'll say all the data there, they don't have one map. The only thing they have left blueprints for from the moon landings are ballpoint pens and Velcro. all the blueprints and maps, because you think, okay, well, at least that's one guaranteed measurement. We've got really been to the moon. There's nothing. You're going like, okay, well, look at their maps and see like how long it took there to get, how long it took to get there, and that can't be backed up.
No, it's full of contradictions.
Pretty much everything I thought I knew it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's probably wrong.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shock, though, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, that is. It's because we put our trust in these things. That's part of our nature, I think. We want to be trusting. And it's a bit of a shock when you realise, I for one was in a state of shock when it came to me, So I'm just the same as everybody else out there. It was just as shocking to me as it was to you,
So, okay, we've got all these Australian people. Just pretend we're on a ball, right? So we've got all these Australian people. They're stuck down there on the ball. They're not hanging on by their teeth, are they?
No.
They're just walking around on their own 2 feet, the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
So, well, they've got to be upside down on this ball.
Yeah.
So what sticks them on there then? And
What's
they're going to say, well, what I would have said, I thought this was stupid the first time I heard of flat earth. So I've never heard anything so stupid in my life. Just give me 5 minutes. These people just don't know what they're on about. Let me explain to them. I'll show them how this is. They're just misled people. Right? So, okay, they obviously start asking me something like that, and I'll say, well, it's gravity. It's obviously gravity, isn't it?
Yeah.
And rightly so, they're going to say to me, well, what's gravity? So I'm like, right, okay, just give me a minute. I'll type that into YouTube. And then who do you get this degree? Neil deGrasse Tyson, it's my name.
Yeah.
He pops up and he says, we have no idea.
Yeah.
So to translate what these people are saying to me, to translate it another way, what they're saying is, we believe in this thing. We don't know what the fuck this thing is, but you better damn well start saying you believe in it too.
Yeah. That's a cult. That's a cult.
It's not a cult. It's not a cult. And I tried to explain there's no such thing as scientific proof. It's either proof or it's not. It's not scientific proof. That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I keep going about this all day because quite frankly, if I start chatting to people I meet like this, watching me going to look at me like I say, do you mind if I throw up in your grandma's handbag? That's the kind of face they're going to pull at you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. This is.
Yeah, well, yeah. All my debates end when somebody says because gravity,
Yeah.
and I say, well, what the hell is that? And like you say, when you go to look, you know, but if we have no idea. We can describe what it does. Well, fair enough. I can describe what anything does. That doesn't like be proof scientific or otherwise.
No, that's it. I can describe how Superman flies. You know.
Superman isn't anywhere. That's not even real. Like everything else.
I've got pictures of Superman, so he must be real.
That's the other thing. Invisible selfie sticks in space. No, I'm deadly serious. I know I laugh too, but I'm deadly serious. Ask yourself, we've got this like dustbin flying around up there. What the hell is taking the pictures of that?
Yeah.
A 200-foot long, completely invisible space selfie stick. No, it's the shuttle. It's the shuttle, darling. You're just mixed up. It's the shuttle that launched the satellite taking the picture of it. So I'll quickly get a picture of the fucking damn shuttle and then go, okay, what's taking a picture of the shuttle and what's taking a picture of the satellite? And I'm not saying I've made people believe flat earth. I've said to people, a lot of this trash that's in the paper, you find me one where it's like Daily Mail readers, I'm one of them, God love me. Daily Mail readers who go on the science section, I know, so you scroll through there all day, you find me one of these where it doesn't say artist impression on it. I'll give you a $5.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And well, like I say, not don't go around converting people into flat earth. But lots of people are now starting to say, actually, what the hell is up there?
Yeah.
There's the Curiosity rover, it's called.
Yeah.
NASA Curiosity rover. It's meant to have been on Mars. More than a dozen years. If only they could make a battery that could run a vehicle that long on Earth.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the Wi-Fi they've got up in space, crikey.
It's incredible.
If only we could get that enough. But anyway, they've had this thing rolling around on there, so they sent out a tweet because it's X years since they first landed it on the surface or something. And if you look at, so they've got a little film attached to their tweet, and if you look at it, all it is, they have it cuts, like you know, music. It cuts from just cheering people, crowds of cheering people all over the place.
Yeah.
And then it actually shows you the thing landing on Mars. You have to say, crikey, they've already had a film crew there too. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, of course. It's because it's utter nonsense. It's total lunacy.
Well, yeah, I think people can get their heads around that.
Yeah.
If you say to them, well, okay, if that's the first thing that's landed on Mars there, what the hell is filming it land?
That's it. That's
people can easily get their head around that.
Yeah. And it's great you take a different approach and different angles in order to highlight the nonsense to then maybe bring them into saying, well, why would they be doing this, you know?
Why?
Yeah.
It's because it's all up for grabs. What this thing is, why we're here, who put us here, did anyone put us here, how old is this thing, how big is it? And nobody knows this. If anybody tells me, I don't care if they have Bibles or science, telescopes, nobody knows any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, but there's always been, but can you imagine if you did? Like, we don't, we can admit that. We can admit, we don't know what the hell this thing is.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could convince people that you did.
Mm-hmm.
If they believe you're smart enough to suss all this crap out, you pretty much feed them anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm sure these people, some of them know, they don't know. I'm not a high up guy, I'm making less sense than any of them. And yeah, about the nonsense, my main problem is where to begin with this damn nonsense. I used to believe it all, though.
Yeah.
I used to believe in globe earth, all the maps, did I believe it or had I just not really questioned it properly?
Well, that's what I said at the kind of earlier on. I never really fully believed it. It's just that we'd never really questioned it properly. It was just an assumption we had. You know, took it to be true. I wouldn't say it was an actual full belief because I was never invested in it. It was just something that I took for granted, to be honest with you. You know? Yeah, and I think that's the same for the majority of people, which is why it's so easy for you know, the ones that I see here to break free from it, because they were never, you know, wholly invested in it. Whereas you have another faction of people who have invested in it and they've taken it to their heart and they've put their whole being in it and grounded themselves in, you know, that being reality. So it's a bit difficult for them to let it go, you know.
Nature defines fear, Peridot.
Yeah.
Once you see it, it's just so ridiculous.
Well, just
ridiculous.
keep ridiculing it, keep laughing at it, because it's the best method, you know.
Oh, Dale, thanks for letting me talk to you.
Oh,
really kind.
I appreciate you phoning. Thanks for your time.
All right, I hope to talk to you again sometime.
Yeah, of course, anytime.
Cheers.
Thank you. Take it easy. Right, have we had enough hilarity for this afternoon? Are we done? Is there anything else that we can take the piss out of? What about me? Would you like to take the piss out of me? Type in the comment section what you would like to take the piss out of me about. Let's have it. Dale, the U page on Facebook shows the balloon, not Yahoo. Hope for truth, if it was not for my mate taking the piss, laughing at me, saying, I suppose you believe in flat earth, I would never have looked. Yeah. Hope for truth, she was nice, she certainly was. I think she's been mimicking my posh voice. Yes, I think I will take a leaf from her book and employ that, you know, method of speech. Come on, let's have it. Take the piss out of me for a while. Dale, do your cross-eye. Did it work? I could see curvature. It's here. Look. It's curved. There's two me's. Two me's exist. Hello?
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 Yeah, hi mate. Is that Dale?
Yes. Speaking.
Speaking. How you doing, Dale?
I'm good, man. How's yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. My name's Justin, mate, but I'm from Birmingham, and I watch your show quite frequently.
Nice one.
So, yeah, mate. I was just ringing up. What it is, mate, yeah, obviously I woke up about 2-3 years ago, you know, what's all going on around the world and that. And I want to try and get into, I want to try and do something more like, you know, like yourself, with your show and that. I mean, I've got my mate here and that, and we do little stickers and research flat earth, and we stick them everywhere on all, like, you know, hole in the walls and that, all around shops and that, mate, to try and get people to look and stir and get them researching it, like.
Excellent, mate.
Yeah, man. But you know, I just wanted a few characters, like, man. What do you reckon I could do, like, getting into it, like, on, you know, on YouTube and that?
Sorry, you want to get active on YouTube? Is that what you're?
Yeah, I want to get active or something else, like, you know, trying to, you know, stir people's minds, like.
Well, just keep trying to be creative, man. I mean, sticking labels and stuff everywhere is perfect activism as well. It's no something that's permanent, and it's a great way. You know, cash lines and stuff are excellent. As I say, the more that we saturate the place, the more people are going to be triggered into actually questioning this. It's the same as any other advertising. If they keep persisting with advertising, they know that it gets into the subconscious of people, and that's how it works. I mean, that's been proven over and over again. So the only thing I can say to you is just to keep that up, mate. You know, I know that people want to do more and they feel as if they should be doing more, but just keep doing what you're doing. And if you want to get active on YouTube, and if you're going to start creating content, by all means, set yourself up a channel. Start putting your content up there, and I'll promote it here on this platform. No problem, man.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. Yeah, brilliant, man.
Excellent.
You know, I want to get into something like that, like you say, like, you know, I'm sticking them everywhere, mate. Even at work and that, like, I work on the tarmac on a building site. Stick them on the front doors, mate. In shopping centres everywhere, like, you know. Yeah,
that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, mate.
Yeah. But I mean, most of the people you talk to, mate, they just look at you like you've gone out. You know what I mean, mate? You think you're mental.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's just part and parcel of it, mate. You know, but as I say, just turn the tables and ridicule and make comedy of the stuff that they believe in. You know, and throw it right back at them. Just mirror exactly what they're throwing at you. You know, and then by comedy, it gives them a chance to reflect and look at it in a different way. You know.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, brilliant, Del. Brilliant,
Excellent.
mate, man. Yeah, I'm glad I got through to you anyway, man. Just want to say, man, keep up your good work and that, and I'll speak to you again soon at some point.
Excellent, mate. If you set your channel up, let us know and we'll promote it for you, bud.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. Brilliant.
Nice one.
All right, cheers, Del.
Take it easy, bro. Take care, bud.
Okay, mate.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ra, mate. Ta-ra.
Right, are we ridiculing me? Come on. Get me ridiculed. "10 minutes of ridiculing Dell and then I'm off. Come on. Give us the best shot. Get right into my core. Get me wound up. Come on. Let's have it." Desiree Kane, hello, how you doing? Journalism steers Sergeant Disinfo agents. Most of them don't even understand the globe model, never mind the flat earth. Exactly. The majority of people don't really understand what's actually been claimed in regards to the mainstream narrative. But yet they'll still actively start repeating and spouting buzzwords and mantras that they have heard through their life, and then act all high and mighty as if they've got some sort of intelligence, and really they don't. Beyond belief, too much respect for you, Dale. Ah, fuck that. A bit of ribbon, a bit of banter, take the piss out me. Come on, let's have it. San Dale, you have 2 balls for a chin. Arse face. So, you know, the shit doesn't come out of there, it comes from there. Concerning UK, Dale wanting people to talk dirty. Yeah, come on. No, a minute's jumped. What's that? I don't want to miss anything. Meryl, get off. You have no right to question my beliefs. Come on, Meryl, we're trying to take a piss out of me here. Right? DJ Cranium 1210. People have flown non-stop around the globe, risked lives, flat earth stickers to walls. You never flew anywhere, my man. You're repeating fucking nonsense and stories. People have flown around the world. Where? Flown around the globe. Prove it's a globe, first of all. Planes don't fly around curves. They fly parallel with the ground and the water, right? Because they knew when they were making these things like aeroplanes that they could depend upon that, you know, and that's where they get their reference from. Because all navigation, balance, your eyes, everything about you starts from level. That's why you have up, down, left, right, and every other direction. You can't have that when you start from a sphere. You have to start from level. So stop talking shite. Des Sherwood Guitar Session. Has anyone else asked why you have the Google logo painted on your shed wall? Lol. People keep saying that. What am I missing?
Dude, it's a watermark on the playback. You can't see it there. Google put a watermark in the top left hand corner.
Right.
Made you look good, dude.
I know. Thought I was missing something subliminal there. Anne-Marie's awakening. The earth is flat and you're awesome. Oh, thank you, Anne-Marie. Made my day. Stephen Smith, sea level, not sea curvature. Exactly. Dundas, if you were into the globe, we would do it. No bother at all. No, come on, rut the pish. Now, there's many people out there that have got stuff to say about me, so come on, let's have it. You know, what have we had? We've had my arse face, my pretty arse chin, Balchinian. James Bongdale isn't eating properly now. He's off the weed. The looks thing. Get on the munchies, lad. I'm a fucking picture, hey. 17 stone of fucking superiorness. Fuck you. Oh, for truth, you look like a Ranger supporter. Oh, that's fucking nasty. That's no banter. That's just hurted me right to my very core. Right, that's just taking it too far. You get a grip. Right, do I look like a wrongin'? Oh, I'm going to rile them right up now. I did ask for it. I did ask for it. Other than that, 17 stone of shite. Ha ha ha. Well, that's because I have no arsehole. Anything I eat, I just fill up. So you might be right. Now I've filled up with other shit. I'm like a fly. I just be sick. That is my method of shiting. I am one of God's chosen ones. I have no arsehole. Nowhere for the shit to go, so it just fills up. Dundee United supporter you look like. Right, your insults are fucking shit. Come on, get better than that. Peter Cab challenged you, Dale, not to shave or get your hair cut for a year. Don't know if I could put up with that. Years ago, I used to have kind of long hair, but I get fed up with it. It's easier just to shave it off. Then I don't need to deal with it. If you donate 10,000 quid to some needy people, I might. Presco's wisdom, a pressurised shit system. Matt C dropped under 13 stone today, 12, 13, I'll be 12 and a half on holiday. LG 17 stone of fat slob gets shredded. Hey, just because you've got a nice wee cut picture there, pretty boy, right? I will get shredded just to put you to shame. You big fanny. Fannies are useful. That's not an insult. That's a compliment. Fannies are very useful. Fannies are delicious. Right, your insults are fucking piss poor. I'm off. Right, you better work on insults for next time. I expect to have the piss ripped right out of me. Right. Flat Louie, a fanny in the US is an ass. Asses are lovely too, and useful. Not for me, right enough, because I am one of God's angels. I have no use for an arsehole. But arseholes are indeed useful for other people. So it's not an insult. Try harder. Meryl, show the Globers your brown eye, Del. Oh, shit. Fannies are delicious. I don't have a brown eye. Right? It's smooth in there. There's nothing. Read up, Meryl. God's angels do not have arseholes. DJ Danny, you're so ugly. When your mum dropped you off at school, she got a fine for littering. Not bad. That's probably the best one yet, Danny. Oh, there's an underhanded one, spoken like a real Englishman there. Oh, sneaky. Fly, I like it. Hope for truth, Dale's farts smell like summer meadows in bloom. A better insult would be Dale's farts smell like spunk. Have I taken that too far? Oh, what's happened? Destroyed my rollie. Right. It's been a pleasure, peeps. Good to have a laugh. Let's keep the ridicule up and the comedy happening with this nonsense. Oh, we're still going. Hold on. Sanangandale, when you were born, the doctor looked at your ass and your face and said, "Oh, Siamese twins." That's shite. That's shit. Get harder, hardcore. You're dealing with Scottish folks here. You have to get hardcore, right? No these weak American insults like, "I fucked your mother." Aye. Cheers, folks. Marshall, Jonah Worms, Magumba, if you were there, sorry if I've missed you. Everybody, it's been a pleasure, been a good laugh. Let's keep it up and, you know, better patter for the next time, right? Better ridicule. You know, I'm sure he can have time to come up with something better than that, right? Take it easy, guys. Much appreciated. Look out for these divisive, manipulative fucking arsewipes that are out there. There are games that are blatantly obvious now. And as I say, it's no drama. You know, it's part of the game that is being played and it has to be highlighted. So, you know, we've seen it and that's it. So, take it easy, guys. Much appreciated. Speak to you soon. Marshall, take it easy, man.